Good evening. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
His Majesty King Hamad reviewed bilateral relations with the Russian President. Expatriate healthcare workers' COVID contracts to end this year. LMRA conducted joint inspection campaigns in all governorates. Oman announced discounts on expatriate manpower recruitment fee. UAE announced Ramadan 2022 reduced work timings for private sector.
News in detail. His Majesty King Hamad reviewed bilateral relations with Russian President. A telephone call was held yesterday between His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Both leaders reviewed historical bilateral relations and their steady development in various fields. Discussions also focused on the importance of a diplomatic solution to settle differences between countries through dialogue and peaceful means to avoid further escalation. Discussing developments in Ukraine, both leaders emphasized the importance of concerted international efforts to ensure permanent and comprehensive peace and guarantee the interests of all parties and their national security. His Majesty the King underlined the importance to take into consideration providing humanitarian aid and services to civilians in Ukraine and the need for all countries to assume the duty of funding the humanitarian operations announced by the United Nations according to the principles of human solidarity. Expatriate healthcare workers' COVID contracts to end this year. All expatriate healthcare workers hired to help deal with manpower shortages during the pandemic could see their temporary contracts end by December. Health Minister Faika Al-Saleh told MPs during the Parliament weekly session yesterday that the expatriate workers were originally hired for a specific period, but their term had to be extended as the country witnessed a spike in COVID-19 cases. His Majesty the King, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister congratulated on Arab Human Rights Day. The Council of Representatives congratulated His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, on the occasion of the Arab Human Rights Day. The Council of Representatives hailed His Majesty the King's wise visions and pioneering initiatives which contributed to promoting human rights, turning Bahrain into a developed and modern state that protects human dignity, rights and liberties. LMRA conducted joint inspection campaigns in all governorates. Labour Market Regulatory Authority, in cooperation with the Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs of the Ministry of Interior, conducted joint inspection campaigns on a number of workplaces in all governorates of the kingdom last week. Campaigns resulted in raising several offences related to violations of LMRA's law and immigration authority. Necessary legal action were taken. The campaigns reflect the ongoing efforts exerted by LMRA, the ministry and government bodies for the betterment of the work environment, in addition to addressing LMRA close monitoring level in practices that affect the competitiveness, flexibility and justice of the labour market, not to mention their negative impact on social security. On behalf of His Majesty the King, the Deputy Prime Minister attended BSE Golden Jubilee celebration. Bahrain Society of Engineers yesterday hosted a ceremony marking its Golden Jubilee at the Bahrain International Exhibition and Convention Center. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa attended the event held under the theme 50 Years of Excellence and Dedication. The Deputy Premier extended deepest thanks and gratitude to His Majesty the King for patronizing the ceremony, conveying His Majesty the King's greetings to the BSE Chairman, members and all engineers on the occasion. Stalled property projects reviewed. Cassation Court President and Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Judicial Council Chancellor Abdullah bin Hassan Al Buyanin thanked the chairman and members of the Stalled Property Development Projects Settlement Committee for their efforts in evaluating faltering real estate projects, developing solutions to settle the project's condition, and taking the necessary measures to address the causes of their stumbling. The committee achieved the most important goals entrusted to it, which is to preserve the rights of individuals who purchased units in a manner that does not harm Bahrain's economy. The committee continues to perform its work by studying faltering real estate projects, evaluating their conditions, and finding appropriate solutions in a way that preserves the rights of all contracting parties. Traffic rules announced ahead of F1. Traffic guidelines to ensure road safety during the upcoming Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2022 were announced last night. The General Traffic Directorate urged race fans to ensure their parking permits remain clearly visible on their windshields to ensure smooth traffic movement and safety for the global event held at the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir. Bahrain's airports' duty-free businesses are surge in 2022, with the new terminals at the Bahrain International Airport fully operational and the increase in tourists' arrivals. The Bahrain duty-free shop complex is upbeat about good business this year. The total net profits of BD 2.1 million were achieved in 2021, which represents an increase of 6% compared with last year. Bahrain Endurance Cup scheduled on March 18th to 19th. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa International Endurance Cup will held on March 18 to 19 at the Bahrain International Endurance Village. Bahrain Royal Equestrian and Endurance Federation Honorary Chairman, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, will patronize the event. Today's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Emirati singer Alham to perform at Al Dana Amphitheatre. Al Dana Amphitheatre, Bahrain's newest and most exciting live entertainment destination, today announced the shining star of Arabic entertainment, Alham, as the latest headline act to grace the breathtaking amphitheatre stage. The captivating queen of the Arab music industry will perform live on the 3rd of May with a unique set of fan-favorite songs, a lady at the very top of her game. And uniquely mixing old and new styles, Alham is set to bring an ethereal elegance to Al Dana Amphitheatre with her highly anticipated performance. Now we will be back after a very short break.
Well-known art center in Bahrain, IMAC Cochin Kalamphavan is organizing fun-wrapped winter camp at the Segaya and Rifa branches. This year's winter camp includes activities for children, including dance, music, drawing, painting, art and craft. The camp starts on Sunday, March 13th and ends on Thursday, March 31st with a grand finale. The camp is open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students who excel in various art activities by attending the camp will get opportunities in various channel programs of IMAC Bahrain Media City. For more information, please call 3809-6845, 1769-5607 and 3809-4806. You can also visit the website www.bahrainmediacity.com. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Oman announced discounts on expatriate manpower recruitment fee. The Sultanate of Oman has made the fees charged against expatriate manpower recruitment licenses discounted for all professions. The decision seeks to alleviate economic burdens on private sector establishments and mitigate the repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic in the Sultanate of Oman. The Ministry of Labour will offer additional incentives to private sector establishments that achieve a high percentage of Omanization within 3 segments of categories of firms where job classification has been designated in accordance with the skills needed for each profession. UAE announced Ramadan 2022 reduced work timings for private sector. Reduced working hours have been announced for private sector firms across the UAE during the holy month of Ramadan. The Ministry of Human Resources announced on Tuesday that work timings would be reduced by 2 hours for private sector employees every day. School and office timings are reduced during the holy month of Ramadan as Muslims abstain from food and water during the day. Mosques host extended late evening and post-midnight prayers. The Eiffel Tower grew 6 meters higher with new antenna. The Eiffel Tower grew by 6 meters on Tuesday after engineers hoisted a new communications antenna at the very top of France's most iconic landmark. Tourists watched from the Trocadero Esplanade as the new digital radio antenna was helicoptered up. With the new antenna, the Eiffel Tower grew from 324 meters tall to 330 meters. Red-orange Sahara dust coats Spain, makes it hard to breathe. Hot air from the Sahara Desert has swirled over the Mediterranean Sea and coated Spain with a red-orange dust, prompting authorities to issue extremely bad air quality warnings for Madrid and a large swath of the country. The National Air Quality Index listed the capital and large parts of the southeast coast as extremely unfavorable. Spain's weather service described the dust storm from the Sahara as extraordinary and very intense, while adding that it was unclear if it was the worst episode of its kind on record. Spain's weather service forecast that the dust will continue to accumulate through Wednesday and could reach as far as north as the Netherlands and northwestern Germany. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.